Hey ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from the YouTube channel Redolessence, and first and foremost I just want to start things off by welcoming you back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. I always wish you the best, so thank you for watching. And in today's video we're going to be talking about 5 fragrances that I really dislike, so stay tuned. Now before I start the video, I do want to mention that this was a tag video. I was tagged by my good friend Tim from the channel Tunes91, spelled with a Z, TuneZ91. His channel used to be called Tunes1200. He has been a member of the community for many years now. I believe he lives in upstate New York in Buffalo, if I'm not mistaken, and he and I have actually done videos together in the past when we met up in Soho in Manhattan. So if I find the links, I'm going to link those videos down below. And he's such an awesome guy. I think he's into cinematography now. He's very talented, and he's somebody whose opinion I have a lot of respect for. So he started this tag video called 5 to Life fragrances, not 5 for life, but 5 to life. So the premise being that if you were locked up in prison, which 5 fragrances would you bring with you as a punishment? So these are fragrances that you really can't stand, fragrances that did not work well for you. And obviously in my collection, I do have some regrettable blind buys, and I do have a lot of fragrances that I don't enjoy. A lot of times I choose to focus on the ones that I do love, because speaking about them comes with a certain level of comfort and ease. But these are fragrances that some of which I've reviewed on my channel, and I really don't like them. And I'll tell you the reason behind it. But I also want to say, stay tuned until the very end of the video. I will be tagging somebody else to continue on with the trend, and I do want to apologize to Tim for being so late in making this video. I actually, this is my second time shooting the video. I really wasn't happy with it the first time, and so I appreciate you waiting as long as you did for me to make this video. It means a lot. Unfortunately, I can't link Tim's video down below because I think he took it off his channel for some reason, but I am going to link his channel, so definitely make sure to stop by, give him a sub, say hello. He's a fantastic guy. And one final thing that I want to say is fragrance is subjective. So just because I really don't like these scents, some of which I have an aversion to, that doesn't necessarily mean that the next person out there isn't going to like these fragrances either. So it's kind of like some people like seafood, some people hate seafood, some people like the color pink, some people have a strong aversion to the color pink. So it's subjective, right? We don't all have the same musical style or the same fashion sense or the same, favorite foods, and so it's the same thing with fragrances. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get it started. I suppose I'll start off with this one. So this fragrance, I was in Nordstrom and I paid full retail for this when I bought it right when it came out, and I was torn between this scent, a Valentino scent that had recently come out that I actually really enjoyed, and then another one with Profile in the name that kind of smells like Santal 33. And I thought to myself, which one would be in higher demand for my subscribers? Which one would they appreciate seeing a review of the most? And I essentially blind bought this one, thinking I like the brand, I like the perfumer, I like the floral note that's contained in here. And then I went home and I tried it, and I just remember thinking to myself, like, why? Why is this a thing right now? And I do apologize, because I know there are a lot of people out there that really enjoy this scent, and if you enjoy it, please continue to wear it. Don't let me dissuade you from wearing it in the future. It just didn't work for me, and I don't like the scent. And it's by the House of Prada. A lot of you probably already know what it is because I didn't give it high marks in my review, but it's Prada L'Homme. And yes, it's fresh, it's clean, it's irisy, it's understated, it's elegant, it's all of these things, but I don't like it. It just doesn't work on me. This is one of those fragrances that it left me scratching my head, because one of my favorite fragrances in the whole wide world is Infusion D'Homme, and that fragrance was made, of course, by Daniela Andrier, who is the in-house perfumer who has also made this one. Now, Infusion D'Homme has been discontinued, and it's been moved to their upscale collection, or their luxury collection of scents, right? But I was trying it at Saks Fifth Avenue in Manhattan, the flagship boutique, and I did not like it. They changed the formula around. There are still remnants of the original in there, and without a doubt, there are similarities, but I don't see why they would take something that was already, in my opinion, like the best soap scent on the market, and discontinue it for a short period of time, move it to a different collection, and then release something that, in my opinion, is not as good. But at the end of the day, I think it is a nice scent if you like it, if that's your style. But for me, it really didn't work on my skin. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This one, ironically enough, is a scent that, you know, I purchased it because I love the way the bottle looks, and I love the write-up of it, you know, the ad release, and, you know, I love the premise behind it more than anything. That it's kind of like a rugged scent, bad boy, leather jacket, riding a motorcycle, you know, facial stubble. And then I bought it and I wore it, and it just did not work on me at all. And this one by John Varvatos is called Dark Rebel. I don't like this one. I'm also not a fan of Dark Rebel Writer, and I think probably their worst release to date is Star USA, and obviously it hasn't done very well, so you don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but I do own a bottle of it. And ironically enough, I met the perfumer a number of times. So I met Rodrigo Flores Ru, somebody for whom I have a ton of respect. I met him at a Michael Edwards book event in the city, and I told him in person, I said, I am a huge fan of your work, but I couldn't find the heart to tell him, nor did I think I needed to at the time, but I didn't tell him that I don't like this scent. But at the end of the day, if you like these kinds of fragrances, I think you'll really enjoy it. Initially, I thought it was the juniper berry in here that I don't like, and so I also have Perry Ellis 360 for Men in the phallic-shaped bottle with the blue juice inside. I hate that one. But there's something about that scent that was very sharp and abrasive and astringent to me. And I remember looking at the note breakdown, and according to user votes online, people were saying that there's a lot of juniper berry in there. So I said, aha, that was the correlation that I needed. So I don't like juniper berry. But then I bought juniper berry essential oil from Whole Foods, and I actually really like juniper berry essential oil. So now I'm conflicted, like, is that the note that I don't like, or is there an aroma chem used in the synthesis of a juniper berry accord or something like that? Obviously, I'm not a perfumer nor a chemist, but I would love to know what that note or what that accord is that I really don't like. So this one didn't work well on me, but I know there are a lot of people out there that really do enjoy it, as well as the writer variant of it, and keep wearing it. Don't let me stop you. Another thing that I want to mention about this list, now that we're, I guess you could say, the halfway point, it's an odd number, but I thought of making this video kind of a cop-out, where I would talk about Secretion Magnifique, which I own in my collection, believe it or not. I also have another scent called Revolution, which is supposed to smell, it was used in an art exhibit initially, and it's supposed to smell like decomposing flesh. So I was like, okay, I can pick these scents, but I really wanted to pick scents that other people really like and really enjoy, and they have pretty steady traction in the community and in other people's videos, but these didn't work well on me. But again, scent is subjective. The next one is one of the few fragrances where I can just flat out say it sucks, and I was a little disappointed because I saw it at TJ Maxx, and I'm a fan of the brand, and I own so many from the brand, both men's releases and women's releases, and I thought to myself, okay, so if this smells anything like the original, but it's a lighter, sportier version, because this is released under the sport designation, then I'm pretty sure I'll love it. This smells nothing like the original. It does not smell sporty at all. I paid like $10 for it, and I think I overpaid. This one is called Ch4 Mens Sport. So this is peppery, it's musky, it smells nothing like the original, so it's not a flanker. I think this could have been a standalone release, and Ch4 Mens smells so good, and Privé smells so good, and I even smelled Africa and World Tour at 2 different duty-free stores, and both of them smell really good, but this one I cannot recommend. I maybe wore it once, and I said, yep, I'm not wearing this one again. But even then, I know I'll have people PMing me, oh, sell it to me then. With any of these scents, even if I don't like them, from a collector standpoint, I can never find myself to get rid of them or even trade or swap them unless I have a duplicate in my collection, and there are not many scents that I have duplicates of. And this one, it is a regrettable purchase for me, but again, there might be somebody out there who likes it. The next one on my list is one that I don't like for very personal reasons, and the funny thing is that it's not a bad scent at all. I actually think it's a good scent. And the story behind this one goes, I was going through some really tough things in my life at the time when I first purchased it, and there was a mutual friend who was ranting and raving about this one in one of the Facebook groups online, and I had read up that one of my favorite boutiques in Soho was carrying it. So I said, okay, I'm gonna blind buy it, and once again I liked a lot of the notes, and it does contain patchouli, and I'm a huge fan of patchouli, especially if it's done the way that it's done in Tom Ford's Noir de Noir or Nasamato's Hindu Grass, which I think is such an exquisite scent. And in this one, unfortunately and regrettably, it's more of the bitter variety, but I still like the smell, ironically enough. It's just that I was going through so many things on a personal level, and I was semi-depressed at the time, and full disclosure, there was a family member that I lost to cancer, and he was very young. Happened to be my cousin. He had Ewing sarcoma, and so I lost him, and I was in a state of depression. I had a really bad funk about me, and I also had a really bad headache the day that I bought it and initially wore it. And so every single time I put it on, I can't wear it. It really troubles me. And this one by Mancera is called Black Line, and it's a good scent, but I just can't bring myself to wear it. And the last one on this list is a scent that, in lighter news, I guess, it's a scent that I purchased expecting something similar like Dark Rebel. And ironically enough, I also met the perfumer for this one. When I met him, he was wearing this fragrance, and I also found the courage to talk to him about this fragrance. And again, couldn't find the heart to tell him that I didn't like it. But this one, I'm just going to let the cat out of the bag, is Ch6 Guilty Absolute. And I love the creative direction of Gucci, and I know there is a legion of fans online that love it, and I'm so happy if you like any of these scents and they work well for you, because that's what it is about ultimately. Finding fragrances that resonate with you, that you can connect with on a very personal level. But this one doesn't do it for me, guys. I'm sorry. This one, I know you hear people saying the most outlandish things online, that it smells like Band-Aids, it smells like a sanitary wipe, it smells like a hotel room. I even had somebody say it smells like, they either said it smells like diabetes medication or insulin or some outrageous thing like that. I get it. And I've reviewed it, and I couldn't give it high marks, and I couldn't even make a recommendation on what occasion to wear it for. But at the end of the day, it's all personal, it's all subjective. I don't like this one. I don't like any of these except for the Mancera. I just can't find, I can't bring myself to wear it for the reasons that I were aforementioned. But these were my 5 to life fragrances. If you wanted to punish me, make me wear any of these scents. But at the end of the day, gotta love this hobby. There are so many people out there that are so incredibly passionate, and the discovery it never ends. And what's out there on the horizon, the new fragrances that I try day after day, never cease to amaze me. And there are so many fantastic fragrances out there. And whether you're talking about a $50 bottle or a $500 bottle, whether it's designer or niche, whether it's a master perfumer or somebody who's been working in the industry for 2 years, at the end of the day, it's about what smell you like and what works for you and what resonates with you. And so that's why I love this hobby, and it's so passionate, and there are so many fantastic people working behind the scenes to bring all of these amazing fragrances to light. So what I would like to do now is I would like to tag Joy Amin. Joy Amin, and shout out to Bangladesh, by the way, is such a fantastic reviewer, and he's somebody whose videos I have been watching for the longest time now. And he is so passionate about what he does, and he always keeps his subscribers in the know, and he has a Facebook page dedicated to Bangladesh. And I just love everything that you're doing out there. So I'd be curious to know which fragrances in your collection really didn't work for you. And once again, very special thank you to Tim, for tagging me to do this video. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate it. If you found something of value in this video, I would love to hear what you think. Please subscribe and leave a comment down below. I always love to open up the interaction and the conversation. And please subscribe to this channel. Make sure to enable notifications by clicking on the little bell icon next to the subscribe button. This way, when I do upload videos, they will get delivered straight to your feed, and you never need to worry about missing any of my future content. Thanks again for watching. I love you guys. Wear what you like, and don't blind buy. All right, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.